Oh man, just can't seem to get this website going up. Just can't get it on my phone.
Well, dude, you're using a flip phone. Why don't you try a smartphone?
No, my master said this would work. He guaranteed me if I got this flip phone that I could get the internet. It's just not working.
Well, which site are you trying to access there?
The American Top Team in Savage. It's attsavage.com.
Well, here, man, why don't you try using one of these smartphones?
Oh, dude, you already got it up. That was fast. That seems ridiculous, doesn't it? If you tell anybody right now that this flip phone works the same as this smartphone, they're going to laugh at you, and they're going to giggle, and they're going to, no it's not, because it's common knowledge. So this little short clip is to educate people the difference. There's a huge difference between martial arts. Most people think that martial arts is martial arts. Like basketball is basketball, football is football, hockey is hockey. The game is the same. Sometimes the strategy is a little different in football and hockey. Sometimes you get a really good coach, sometimes not so good of a coach, but the game is the same. Martial arts is like food. There's as many different varieties and styles of martial arts as there is food. And there's some fast food that's crap for you, and then there's some good, organic, healthy food. Now, most people are a little more health conscious nowadays than they used to be. For instance, back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, everybody thought smoking was okay. Hey, it's great. It's like no big deal. It's a couple packs a day, not a worry. Everyone was smoking. There was smoking in every courthouse office, every elevator, airplanes are smoking everywhere. Now we know better. People back in the 1800s used to be able to beat their wives. They would bring them to the town square, and that's where rule of thumb came from. You hear, hey, it's rule of thumb. That you couldn't beat your wife bigger than with the stick that was bigger than your thumb. That's God's honest truth. That you couldn't beat your wife in public with the stick bigger than your thumb. So God help the lady married a guy with fat thumbs, right? You know, but they were getting beat all the time. Even through the 30s and 40s and 50s, men used to regularly beat their wives. Now it's considered a hate crime. Well, maybe not that bad, but it should be. You should never lay a hand on your wife, and we all know better nowadays. Same with the guy coming home in the 40s and 50s after work. He'd come home, nice big steak, couple potatoes, knock back a couple of gin and tonics, light up a couple of smokes, and he'd die at 50 of a heart attack. Wonder why? Well, people know better nowadays. Same with sodium fluoride. People still think that crap is good for your teeth, but they don't realize it's made by the Aluminum and Steel Corporation, who has about 6 lobbyists for every politician funneling millions into them to put it into our toothpaste and drinking water. And I'm not even going to touch that one, but look it up for yourself. Sodium fluoride is a carcinogenic, cancer-causing, bad chemical. Now, I personally think, and this is going to sound bad, and people are going to come out of the woodwork and call me a hater, but it is what it is. Truth is truth. If I were to say McDonald's, eating that 3 times a day is bad for you, you would probably, most of the majority of people go, you know you're right. Well, it's just not common knowledge out there yet. MMA is not as popular as basketball. It's not as popular as hockey, so people don't know the difference. I still have people calling me up going, yeah, my son would like some karate lessons. And then my job is to educate the people on the difference between mixed martial arts and karate or any other form of martial art out there. And I'm not saying they're all bad, all right? I'm just saying the way America has, for a better term, bastardized them into a commercialization where you got little 6-year-old black belts running around. Now, that's a rarity. I have met a lot of 8 and 10-year-old black belts. I have to retrain them every year because they get taken down by a wrestler. They don't know what to do. They go back to Master So-and-so. He says, do this, but don't really do it. You don't want to fight, but the kids test it out anyway. And the wrestler takes them down again. Then the kids who have spent 3 years, 4 years getting their black belt, their confidence is high. They're being called sir in class. Next thing you know, all that confidence goes away. Mom and dad wasted thousands of dollars on their black belt program for their son. He is no longer able to function properly the way he used to, okay? Because he had all this false confidence. So now he's like, oh man, what am I going to do? You know, my martial art is no good. No, it's not your martial art. It's not martial arts are no good. It's the way you practice your martial art that's no good. All right, so what I'm trying to do with this video is educate you on the difference between mixed martial arts and your karate schools, or God forbid your popular fitness kickboxing classes that are springing up all over the place. Right? It's worthless. It's no good. I honestly think, and this is my opinion, it's a very strong opinion, that any karate place out there that claims to teach self-defense, that still keeps their hands at their hips, does forms, whips around nunchucks, breaks boards, they ought to be sued. At the bare minimum, they should say glorified dance. And each time I put out one of these videos, I got tons of people from these karate schools around here, oh yeah, well I used to kickbox. I understand. I've never called up anybody and said, you know what, mixed martial arts is the cream of the crop. Because you want to know why? I've tested it. We've tested it. It's proven fact. The military does not teach their soldiers anything but mixed martial arts. It's just what it is. Then if the Marine Corps Army grab onto it and they have Army combatives training and they have competitions, and they know that they've tested this stuff in the battlefield now. So this is just what it is. It's fact. It's truth. It's no longer theory. The karate places are going off of theory. This works. The biggest thing was this works in the street. What street are you talking about? I live in Prior Lake, and I heard a martial arts instructor. I visited, it was a couple suburbs over, and he was actually, just to see the class, and he was like, they're on the street. I'm like, what street? What street are you talking about? There's a mall over there. There's $300,000 homes over there. What are you, going down and brawling in the hood? Which he's not, but that's their saying. This works out there. They don't know what works and what doesn't, because they don't train in reality. Mixed martial arts is resistance training. In other words, it practices the martial arts that when you're actually training them or you're competing with them, it's two opponents that are really trying to do that martial art to its fullest extent against each other. In other words, if you watch like a point tournament, you go down to any point tournament anywhere, they're not allowed to kick to the legs, they can't take down, they can't punch to the face, they got to pull their punches, it's very light contact. You'll see guys hopping on one leg, throwing multiple roundhouse kicks, which in reality that guy would just get taken down to the ground and smoked. All right? It's not a realistic form of self-defense. So what you want to do is you want to find a place that if now I'm not saying there's some good karate places who put out some good kickboxers. There really is. But I've always asked them this. You see them doing their forms in classroom structure, but then they get up in the ring and their hands are up and they're snapping their punches like a boxer and they're kicking full blast. It doesn't look anything like the karate class they were just practicing. But those schools, even those schools, are rare, few and far between. I can think of maybe 4 in the whole cities that practice reality-based kickboxing along with their karate. Maybe 4 or 5. I could be wrong, but you literally can go to any suburb and find 10 karate schools, or at least 5. A big suburb, at least 10, 12. A small suburb, you know, a couple, 3, 4. So the resistance training, in other words, when a wrestler tries to perform his martial art against another wrestler, he's using it to the full degree. They're competing, they're really going, they're going crazy, not crazy, but they're going as fast and as hard as they can. Same with jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu tournaments, they're really trying to take each other down and submit each other. Watch a pro boxing match, you'll understand they're trying to hit each other. Muay Thai match, punch, kick, knee, elbow, they're going. They're trying. They're trying to knock each other out. Karate tournaments, it's a glorified tag, glorified dance. Shouldn't even be called combative art, all right? So you need to find a martial art where it's resistance-based training. In other words, you get to practice your martial arts against a resisting opponent in a safe environment. Okay, that's just not two thugs beating each other up. This hopefully will educate you on the difference of mixed martial arts comparatively to karate schools out there, taekwondo, shotokan, kung fu. I don't care where it's at. It's mostly based in fantasy. All right, and I mean that in the sincerest form. And I really wish that those instructors would understand what they're doing and evolve. Because I used to have a pager when I had a construction. I used to have a pager. Then I had a big old box phone. Then I had a flip phone. Then I got a smartphone. God knows what we'll have 3 or 4 years from now. Probably sunglasses with a microchip implanted in our head. I don't know. What I'm saying is you upgrade your stuff when you find out there's something better. But It's not as popular yet. The karate schools are anti-marketing us, saying we're just a bunch of thugs beating each other up. We have 20, 30 kids per class. 95% of our people never want to compete in anything. But what they do want to do is, if you only have an hour or two a week to train, don't dance around pretending something's going to work, or whipping around nunchucks, or breaking boards. Never been attacked by a board, right? Breaking boards or doing silly stuff like that with your hands down. You want to make sure that you're practicing something that's legit, something that really works. All right, I mean, you only have so much time in the day. You want to make sure that you're actually practicing something that works. And if you're a karate guy, and if you want to like blast me or call me out or whatever, or do something crazy like that, please don't. Just, you can if you want, but I mean, stop by the gym or make your own video, or you can call me personally at 952-201-1605. Tell me how you feel, but don't go writing a bunch of stuff saying, oh, our stuff works too. I tell you what, if you're confident with it, tons of competitions. We're hooked up with promotions. We can put you into competitions and you can test it. Because I never go on anybody. If someone were to put a video out saying MMA doesn't work, I wouldn't get my feathers ruffled. Because I know it does. It's people who don't test it. The people that don't test it are the ones that get their feathers ruffled. I go down to MMA fights all the time, and you can tell the fighters, because they're real nice, how's it going? And you can tell the guys who've never fought in their life because their chest puffed out, they're looking for a fight, the adrenaline's rushed. People that compete don't need to blow their own horn. And I'm not blowing my own horn by doing this. I'm trying to help you and trying to educate you and save you from spending thousands of dollars on glorified dance. So, look up attsavage.com, email me at info@attsavage.com, call or text me on my personal cell phone, 952-201-1605. It's mine, I'll answer it. Come on in, try a free intro class out. If you're just debating whether or not to put your kid in karate or MMA, pull them out, don't even go. If you've got something where you're on a month-to-month, yank them out. It's not good. I'm telling you, it's not good. It's the same as saying smoking's okay for you. Meat and potatoes every night with a couple gin and tonics is great. Chug that sodium fluoride and go beat your wives with a stick. It's the same as saying that. Hey, eat McDonald's for 3 times a day. And I tell you what, if you believe in those things, it's just dogma. It has no proof of anything. Again, I'm rambling. Had a bunch of coffee. Talk to you soon. See ya.